todos
all are aware of Silicon Valley in the States, know of it, and why not Portugal be the technological center of Europe? And this proposal is brought to us by Rodrigo Cordeiro from Capgemini Engineering.
Olá, olá.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Rodrigo Cordeiro, country head Capgemini from Capgemini Engineering. In the last, but before starting my presentation, I'd like to thank the invitation addressed by APDC. I worked in an international context, the sales context, for the last 2 years, and I'm very proud as a Portuguese citizen to speak about the subject as an engineer. We need to speak about some facts and discuss this topic. The road, we are paving the road. Portugal is an attractive destination, either because of culture, its location, cost of living, without forgetting the high quality infrastructures, which is the third factor to attract and retain talent. Portugal is ranked 6th, is able to attract more foreign investment to Portugal. 13% more startups per capita than the EU average, has created 7 unicorns until 2023. And today, Lisbon was considered the European innovation capital. So we have all the ingredients for Portugal to be the next Silicon Valley of Europe. If we take a look at the numbers to date, Portugal's R&D represents 1.7% of GDP. This is below the EU average of 2.4 and the 2030 EU target of 3%. So it's far from the numbers to be achieved. This has to make us reflect on what needs to be done so that we can close this gap. And if we take a look at the startups evolution and role, we can conclude that 70% were created less than 5 years ago, which is natural. They've been increasing year after year. And 61% of all startups that exist in Portugal are from TIC. So they strongly contribute to research and development and innovation in Portugal. And so the recipe is to continue on this track. But startups in Portugal just represent 1% of their GDP. So we're paving the road and it's necessary, but today it only represents 1% of the GDP. When we take a look at the market entrepreneurial fabric in Portugal, relating to the SMEs, they represent 99% of the entrepreneurial fabric, which represents 55% of the turnover in Portugal. And if we characterize this segment, 96% of these SMEs are micro enterprises with under 10 employees. So the average SME turnover doesn't go beyond 212,000 euros. It lives on a daily life. How will they pay salaries the next month and with a weak capacity to invest? And on the other hand, if we take a look at the 0.1% of large companies, which represent 45% of the business volume traded in Portugal, we can see that these are paving the road. And last year, in investment in R&D went from 3.6 billion to 4.1 billion euros. We're speaking of a 14% increase in research and development, and this is relevant. But still, today, it only represents 1.6% of the revenue invested by larger enterprises. So we cannot forget the macroeconomic geopolitical context that we are experiencing, where we have consumers with a lesser purchasing power, leading to larger enterprise having to focus their core business to achieve the results that the shareholders seek. But in truth, these larger enterprises are a key variable in this equation. And so what do we need to achieve? Companies have less time to fail to test because they have to make costs profitable. So what do we need? On one hand, if we're able to attract investment, and on the other hand, we need larger enterprises. And in this room, 90%, 80% of the people in the room work for a large enterprise. Those that are not based in Portugal, to try to attract R&D centers to Portugal. But above all, it's time to reinvent ourselves. And how to reinvent ourselves? How? We need to be brave enough to do this together, not be afraid of sharing ideas, not to be afraid of sharing risks, sharing efforts, so that together we can do a lot more R&D, research and development. And this is the only way to achieve, to help, that is, to bring this investment that will promote innovation and will transform this in a snowball effect for the country. To share with you our experience in Capgemini to date, we invested 7% of Capgemini engineer revenue in R&D, research and development, 7%. And to be aligned with what I've just mentioned, we're fully available to co-create, innovate, invest with our customer and partner network. And that is why I'm challenging you to go to our lounge, where we've brought some of our assets, R&D assets. I'm inviting you to go to our lounge and share and share. The gentleman did not finish his sentence. And share. And as I was saying, we're available to share with you. So come to our lounge and share your ideas with us. And to conclude, I only have 1 minute and 40 seconds. I have to be brief. Now, if I'd like you, let me mention a key takeaway. That is, for those that R&D is not a reality, and hopefully you can leave this Congress with this ambition. Thank you very much.